My name is Saleem Mohd Nasim, and I'm from India. I'm from the northern part of India, where Hindi is fluently spoken. North India is the home of Hindi. Multiple dialects are spoken there, and I was born and raised in that kind of atmosphere. So I'm a native speaker of Hindi. I have been wanting to teach Hindi for a long time, and I got this opportunity in the Department of Critical Language Program. And I love to teach Hindi, of course, because it endorses my culture. Hindi is one of the popular languages nowadays. I think it ranks three in the world after China, Chinese, Mandarin, English, and the third is Hindi. So it is popular, it is famous, and Hindi has a long culture, long background, like many years, because it is associated with Sanskrit also. Hindi has its roots in Sanskrit, and is mixed with Urdu, and it emerged as a new variety. Sometimes words are mixed. It forces me to propagate that culture to my students through various means. And one of the means is to teach in the formal languages program, and another way is to talk people outside the program. Sometimes they email me, they ask me some informal questions like, I'm going to visit this session. What should I do? So, of course, it is special to me when somebody uh, has got a chance to propagate his culture and his language. In that way, his language is not dying because many languages die because of not aiming at developing it. Many languages die because of that. If I teach my language, I help it in surviving it. When a language is survived, a culture is survived. A culture is survived, a civilization is survived. What I do for English language teaching sessions. And when I deliver the lesson, I try to connect their experiences with the real teaching. I connect my lesson plan with their real experiences. If I want to further the lesson plan, I also share my experience that I had this in my breakfast. For example, 2 days ago, I mentioned that I had chickpeas and puri in my breakfast. What did you have? One of them mentioned that I had palak paneer, spinach and cheese, Indian cheese, in Hindi. So in that way, they get a chance. They want to learn Hindi, but they are not aware of the structure. When I tell them that this is not much different from English, and you can learn Hindi in a simple way by giving them contrast of Hindi and English, which is called in contrastive linguistics. Many people think that Chinese is the most difficult language. On the other hand, Hindi is one of the easiest languages. It's very easy. And Bollywood films, they make Hindi learning very easier. In the Bollywood films, which are liked by people around the world, and people want to learn Hindi. The Hindi is spoken in the movies, the Hindi is spoken by the people in general. So if people come closer to learn, there is no misconception. I would say it's just people's opinion that South Asian languages are difficult. But believe me, Hindi is very easy. Hindi is easier than English. I'm a practicing Muslim. I know about Islam a lot. So many people may think that as a Muslim, I'm not aware of Hindu culture, but this is wrong. The way I was raised, the culture I was born in, and the schools I studied in, they all teach Hindu culture. All books are with Hindu culture, with Muslim cultures from those books. And of course, when I am teaching Hindi, which is closely related to Hindu culture, I mentioned sometime the stories of Mahabharata, which many people like, stories of Ramayana, like four brothers, mainly two, Ram and Lakshman, and Ram's wife Sita. Ravan is popular figure, the antagonist, and the protagonist, Ram. And then I bring it to Hollywood and Bollywood movies, that similarly there are protagonists, there are antagonists. A person becomes a savior, and saves his wife, his family, his culture. So there is a narrative built in all epics. In Mahabharata, there are five brothers, and they have different skills. One is the one has great skills at cross and bow. Another was an honest person. So when in the class I mentioned that if you want to be honest like Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir was honest. He never lied in his life, except one moment in the war. If you want to be straight, steadfast in your words, be like Bhishma. Bhishma Pitama, we call him. He never broke his promises. Never broke his promises. Yes, from Mahabharata, I'm citing these figures from Mahabharata. And and from Ramayana, there are many figures which can be mentioned in the class. So when I teach them, I frequently mention these figures, mythological figures, in my class. Another figure can be mentioned is Bhim. He was very powerful. And teach them some figures, other figures. I mention Hanuman, and many of my students, they like Hanuman. Hanuman is, sort of monkey kind of figure in Ramayana. Yeah, and he helped Ram in his war. So I always mention Hindu deities and Hindu mythological figures in my class. Whenever there is a festival like Holi, I ask them, "How did you celebrate Holi? Do you celebrate Holi in Tucson?" They said yes. And then, why do we celebrate Holi? What do we do in Holi? Diwali. What do we do in Diwali? And what do we do in Raksha Bandhan? So in my class, I mention all these things. So one of the benefits to communicate with their parents. Another benefit is to communicate with their mates, those who are from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, and another benefit is to understand Bollywood movies, which has become popular recently. A few days ago, I was teaching and I said something, and in return, one of my students said something which was new to me. So it's a two-way that I share their experience, I share my experience, they share theirs, and we learn from sharing experiences, our feelings, more than a book. It's a great experience. A new culture will open to you. Hindi has a great culture. It's not about only Hindu culture. Hindi has assimilated many cultures. It originated in Sanskrit. You will learn Sanskrit. It has mixed Urdu itself. You will learn Urdu also. It has mixed some words of English. You will have benefits if you have experience of English. It has mixed some Gujarati words, Punjabi words, Marathi words. So it's a great experience, and people should have this experience. I would say that whenever they get a chance, they should go for Hindi learning. It's a great language. If you have any challenges, then you face it. Do not retreat. Have patience and face the challenge. I'm telling this, translating it a Hindi quote, like जिंदगी में हर मुश्किल का सामना करना चाहिए. If you have any problems in your life, face it. Do not withdraw. Have patience, have courage, and fight for it. If it is okay, it is just for you. Be honest and you go for it. So my quote for a favorite quote of Hindi will be, जिंदगी में हर मुश्किल का सामना करना चाहिए ईमानदारी के साथ, सब्र के साथ, और करेज के साथ, धैर्य के साथ.